Alright, I'm going to show you how to do an oil change on a Honda 250X, and this one happens to be a 2014. And what you're going to need is a 17mm socket on a ratchet, and you're going to need some oil. The owner's manual says you can use 10W30 and 10W40. If it's higher temperatures like summertime, the dealership recommends running 1040 in it. It's about 80-90 degrees right now and we go riding, so we're going to put 1040 in it. And the 250X, according to the owner's manual on this year, takes about 1.6 quarts. And we just ended up getting a big jug of it because I had to do an oil change on the 250R, so I'm going to do a video on the 250X while we're out here changing some oil. And it's pretty easy to do, so let's get started. Alright, so the first thing you're going to want to do is to start the four-wheeler up and let it run for about 5 minutes to get the oil warm. And once it runs for about 5 minutes, you're going to shut it off and let it cool down for about 2 or 3 minutes. Alright, so before you take the oil out, remove the filler cap. You're just going to pull this out and put it somewhere safe where you're not going to step on it or forget where you put it. I do that all the time. And then grab your 17mm socket and put an oil catch pan underneath, and it's on like the little bolt is underneath. Let me see if I can get the camera under there. The hole is right here. It's like a round circular hole, and you're gonna want to put your socket up in there and remove the drain bolt. Right, so you just want to crack that loose and take your socket and let this all drain out. Once you get it loose, probably stick your hand up in there. But I'm trying to do this with the camera in one hand and the socket in the other hand. And there it comes. So let all the oil drain out, and when it's done draining, we'll put the bolt back in and we'll put some oil in it. Alright, so now that the oil is done draining, let's put the oil plug back. And it's getting dark out here, so make sure you start this by hand first. You never want to put a bolt on a socket and thread it in with the socket. I'm using the socket on the extension, but I'm doing it by hand. You want to catch the threads by hand. Alright, that's all set. And then once they're caught, you can throw the socket. But I'm going to snug this up by hand, and I'm going to put some motor oil in it. Alright, so now the drain plug is in and all tightened up. Take your motor oil, and you want to put about 1.5 quarts in your machine. You probably want to put 1/4 in its angle, so keep checking it with the dipstick until it's at the right level, and then you're going to want to start the four-wheeler. So let's pour some of this in. Yes, this is a transmission funnel. I'm using it because it's a little bit easier with a smaller hole than a regular oil funnel. Just make sure if you've used it on a transmission, there's no chainy oil in there, it's all cleaned out. Let's finish topping this off and we'll get on. Alright, so now if you can see, we've got the oil up to pretty much the full mark, which is right there. So what you want to do is you want to start the motor, let it run for a couple minutes, shut it off, let it sit for about 2 or 3 minutes, and then check the oil level again, and if you need to top it off a little bit, then top it off. But that's how you change your oil on your 250X. And if you have any questions, comment on the video and definitely share it with your friends so they can check their oil too and change it. Thanks for watching.